Milestone report released this morning shows food banks across the country are experiencing overwhelming demand.
The high cost of living taking a toll on Canadians.
Ottawa Food Bank says it's been forced to turn away volunteers.
And Canada's inflation rate, or the rate of price increases, hit a 3-decade high.
Inflation's relentless surge has cast a shadow over the affordability of basic necessities, triggering a rippling effect on household food security nationwide. A grim reality emerges. Millions of vulnerable individuals across Canada are forced to turn to food banks. We're going beyond the statistics in search of the proper story. Welcome to
My name is Glenn Schumacher. I'm on the board of directors of the Barrhaven Food Cupboard. I've only been involved for about a year since I retired from my other job. Primarily, I go visit with businesses, make arrangements. We have a lot of community groups that do food drives for us, and I connect to most of them. Not all, because there's so many variety of people assist, but connecting with the community is what I do primarily. A lot of the individual stuff comes by way of the grocery stores. They have collection bins in the major grocery stores here in Barrhaven. But the organizations that help us a lot are the schools, churches, the banks have helped us, grocery stores, but a variety of different organizations as well that I deal with.
how has the recent surge in inflation affected the demand for services at the Barrhaven Food Cupboard?
I'll give you a rough idea. 2 years ago, we serviced somewhere in the neighborhood of 225 families in an average month. Last month we serviced 486. One of the things we've had to do is we've had to cut back on some of the extras. And to us they weren't exact extras, but they're relatively high cost items that we couldn't continue to provide and stay sustainable.
What are those extras, if you don't mind asking?
Toilet paper, diapers. Because they're high cost items, we don't buy them anymore. But one of the things I've been doing, as well as our other volunteers, is anyone asks, what do you need? We will often tell them the things we can no longer afford to buy.
How does it feel when you have to tell people that we can't provide you the thing that they really need?
It's difficult. The nice thing about our food cupboard is because of our community support, we can often supply extra things over and above the basic necessities. Well, one of the things we're seeing, not to mention any names obviously, one of our relatively new clients, if you want to call them such, was a regular donor. His mortgage became due, and the increased cost of his mortgage put, I shouldn't say him, them, at a bit of a disadvantage. Inflation has not helped, but when your mortgage basically doubles, not everybody's planned in advance for that kind of shock. Times are changing and not necessarily always for the better. A large number of new clients are people that were able to make it through minimum wage jobs or just above, and with the cost the way it's gone, they've gone from just barely making it to not quite. And so that's where we step in, and there's no shame in that for these people. It's not their fault, and we help them out where we can. It bothers me that I know kids go to school hungry. You cannot concentrate fully when you're thinking about what am I going to eat. That is the biggest thing, any kind of food insecurity or food shortage for families. That's my biggest concern as an individual. That's what got me involved. Kids. I got grandkids. I don't want to see anything but the best for them. And all children, particularly. And a lot of people don't understand how extreme the situation is. When they see it in an article in the newspaper or a radio commentary, oh yeah, they're showing the worst. It isn't exaggerating, folks. It's real.
So my final and last question I have for you is, what message would you like the audience to take away from the Barrhaven Food Cupboard's experience in the face of inflation and increased food insecurity?
Well, not to sound like I'm begging for help, but please help if you can. And if you need us, please come to us. You know, we're there to take, to give. And if we can put those two things together properly, or continue to put it together properly, it's great.